Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Belvita, do you think that worked? It is Fun Friday, and we've had a doozy of a day here, Belvrita, as we are stepping into the heart of influence in this beautiful moment. Belvrita, warm welcome to you on your show.
Well, thank you. Warm welcome to you on your show. I think I'll give you some screen space here as we have completely transformed our studios for other recordings today. And here we are. It's how we introduce some people.
Yes. So who's here?
We have some extraordinary people, Sean, for a heart-centered, growth-minded individuals, for Darren and Ammo's Heart of Influence, and first coming from North Carolina, a business and investment law investor who helps companies grow by guiding them through public offering, private investments, and business deals. He works closely with leaders to help them grow while following all rules and law, something I don't do. He is trusted for his honest advice and long-term focus. Let's welcome to the show, David Manheim.
Thank you.
David, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, Darren and Ammo flavored. Plato, the Greek philosopher, who's a dear friend, David of Bellas. Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So, David, we kick the show off with a fun fact. It is a headline, not a story. Bella does do her best Chuck Barris impression with the gong if we go over the headline into a story that would make us say no way, because it is adventurous, proud, shocking, weird, scary. And one more time, the outcome is to make us say, David,
no way.
So, David, please get the headline, no way, fun fact.
So at one time I was paid to make bombs.
Dude, no way. Come, no, Bella.
No way.
So that earns a byline. See, when you give the right headline, you earn a byline. So what's the one sentence byline on why you're paid to make bombs, David?
I was working at ATF, and whenever a bomb goes off, they have to build an exact replica to use at trial. And so my most famous one was the one they used to convict Eric Rudolph with the 1996 Olympic Park bombing.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was fun.
That is mic drop, warm welcome. That's a top 50 all-time fun fact, David. We have 8,000 people been on the show. I'm going for sure top 50 on that one. Bell, we got a bomb maker in the building.
We got it.
David, who else
At least I'm not the only bomb maker in the building. Thank you, David. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And next up from Denver, Colorado, I know where that is, a podcast expert and storyteller who brings energy and clear connection to business shows for leaders hiring, designing, engineering, and live events. She is recognized for her bright blue hair and for creating podcasts that help companies build their audience and share their message with warm, heart-first approach. She frees up her clients' time to focus on what matters most while she helps their message spread. Let's welcome to the show, Rachel Moore.
Rachel, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence. And please, Rachel, what is your headline fun fact?
I co-hosted an entertainment podcast with my 2 young children called Unpause It.
Oh, Unpause It?
Yes, it was an entertainment podcast. We reviewed as a family every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in phases 1 through 3, and they hosted it as well, and it was pretty awesome.
That is super awesome. Congratulations on that. Heart is present. We got bomb makers and people that do nice things with their kids. So that is the Heart of Influence. Let's rock and roll. Warm welcome, Bella Rita. Come on.
That's what it looks like. Rolling from Los Angeles, California, a top guide in corporate and investment law with many years experience leading people through public offering, business deals, and complex regulations. Known for giving clear advice and steady support, he is trusted by business leaders for his careful approach and strong ethics. Let's welcome to the show, Mark Hayriding.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
Mark, warm welcome. Happy Fun Friday. And please, Mark, your headline fun fact.
Fun fact, I think for the past 20 years, I've been teaching seniors balance and how to cultivate inner energy or chi. And I do that by teaching them Tai Chi.
Oh, I love this. Bella keeps saying I need some better inner balance. Mark, we'll see if I need some Thai with my chi. Warm welcome to you, brother. And let's go get it. Bella Rita, Mark is here.
Mark is here. Next up from Los Angeles, California, a chef executive and financial advisor. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me start over because I'm now reading this. My dyslexia got the better of me. A chief executive and financial advisor who has helped companies raise millions and grow quickly, including taking businesses public. He builds strong systems that help organizations make more money and run smoothly. Many founders and leaders count on him for reliable practical advice and steady results. Let's welcome to the show, David Wells. Maybe you are a chef, David. I don't know.
From chef to chief, what's going on, sir? And happy Fun Friday. And David?
David.
Yeah, couple of today. And please, David, your headline fun fact.
My headline fun fact is that I was in a building that collapsed during the 1989 earthquake in the Marina District in San Francisco. Wow. And given my rather pithy sense of humor, I was quoted in the newspaper as saying, "Sure, I lost everything I owned, but there were dishes in the sink. It was time to move."
David,
that would be you.
Yes. Congratulations on having an incredibly resilient attitude and certainly some effective wit and Bella Rita level sarcasm. Yeah. Yes. So warm welcome. And please, Bella, who else is here to join David? Earthquake, bomb making, like beautiful podcasting. What else?
Beautiful podcasting. Next up from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a leader in business growth, public companies with a long history of building and selling successful companies. He's advised and managed large projects, always bringing deep knowledge of marketing and business deals. As the host of a top Wall Street podcast, he shares real industry lessons and features powerful guests from around the world. Let's welcome to the show, Frank Fierro.
Thank you. Congratulations on the impact, success. Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, Darren and Amo Style. And please, your headline fun fact.
So, like you'd mentioned, one of the fun things that I'm doing is this new podcast, and it's really, really taken off. I'm very, very happy about it. But the one thing about it is I've never worn a tie, And the other thing is, a lot of people don't know about me is I'm a scratch golfer.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you've never worn a tie in your life?
No, just for the podcast.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm impressed. I was like ridiculously impressed. Warm welcome. And what's your handicap?
Oh, 7.
Let's go. The dude can hit the little white ball and have the little alligator on the chest. Let's go.
Let's go. Next up, coming from Massachusetts, an innovator in new technology leading the way in artificial intelligence and blockchain. She creates tools that give people more control, privacy, and value from their own information. Her Life Copilot system brings together insights from health, work, and daily life, always with a focus on protecting people's well-being and rights. Let's welcome to the show, Linda Ty.
Thank you.
Linda, warm welcome on this fun Friday to the Heart of Influence. And please, your headline fun fact.
So on this fun Friday, one fun fact that an experience that I had, I was giving a talk on the healthcare system on a weekend conference, last speaker of the last day. Nobody wants to hear you. And I took a bold move and I decided, as a non-Mandarin speaker, half the audience was a Mandarin speaking language. And so I learned how to say, welcome, so glad that you're here. And everyone knows you're better than the Americans in Mandarin. And they thought it was so hilarious and so great. They jumped out of their chairs and they gave me a standing ovation. In my 10-minute talk, it was like I felt like a rock star. Everything I said, they jumped up and cheered, I think, just because of that first opening.
Linda, that is a disruptive, emotional rapport building. That's the lightning bolt.
That's
there.
lightning bolt right there.
Outstanding job, Linda. Warm welcome. Bella, who's joining Linda?
Joining Linda, we have someone that I think you may know, coming from New York, New York.
Interesting.
You know, because you know what? He's a seasoned entrepreneur for over 35 years, including, you know what? A private equity firm driving growth for founders. And you know what else about this man? Valuing personal connections and recognizing unique contributions of each individual. And you know what else about him? Known for his relentless drive, transformed industries and empowered countless businesses to achieve extraordinary success. The one, the only, James Amo.
Thanks for that, Bella.
Amo, miss you, brother. It has been far too long. Summer is like slipping away. We got to surf before the summer's over, and love and appreciate you. And Amo, please, your headline fun fact.
I was going in a totally different direction, and then Mark inspired me because he was talking Tai Chi, so that's the other side of Amo. Mark, about 25 years ago, I've been training for 55 years, martial arts. 25 years ago, I created I call it an exercise, but it's kind of like an art form in forms called Amo Flow. And the actual exercise within it's called soft hands. And it's very similar to a Tai Chi. It's incorporating Tai Chi, Qigong, Kundalini, and yoga. And it was meant for seniors. And we teach it all over the place. So you sent me off in a different direction. Okay.
Amo
Thank
Flow
you.
is present. Bella Flow is present. Let's go get it, Amo. Shall we do the thing, sir?
Let's do the thing, my friend.
Soft hands. Speaking of those,
Well, let me introduce our producer.
Of course.
From Nutley, New Jersey, the deal attorney, having led over 200 capital market transactions in the past 25 years, taking companies public in the 7 different ways to do so. 2 years out of law school, built a multi-million-dollar solo practice from her basement. As a single mom with 2 young daughters. Team is messing with the sheet as I'm reading it. Please don't do that. Proudly serving for over a decade on the board of National Investment Banking Association, helping companies get connected to thousands of members and funding sources, executive producer of the Heart of Influence and General Counsel, and chief ecosystem officer at Callagy Law, the one, the only Andrea Catania.
Warm welcome. Thank you for all that you did and do to put this day together. And your headline fun fact, Andrea, please.
So probably the most fun I ever had on a deal was launching the Danny DeVito Premier Limoncello. And that I think was about 20 years ago, and he's super cool.
Danny
It's funny.
Cello. Let's go Penguin. And what was his character on Taxi? I don't even remember. But yes, Danny DeVito, amazing impact in the world. Like you, Andrew Catania. Shall we do the things, AC?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
And Andrew wanted me to make sure that we honored and announced, like, Darren's not here because he is mourning Hulk Hogan, and so typically he would be here, but that is the reason.
Yeah,
he's
no,
not here.
Darren, the most influential speaker agent in the world, worked extensively with folks like Muhammad Ali, caused the intersection of Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali and their reunion. His book is incredible. Darren is a brother, a colleague, and he worked very closely with Hulk Hogan, as he does David Goggins, Magic Johnson, and just a litany of extraordinary people. And our hearts are present to it without any shadow of any doubt. And yeah, so let's pause there. I was gonna, go with a mild intersecting fact that may land optimally or not, but I'll think about it while we do introduction. So let's go from there. So Bella Verita, the woman seated to my right, she is doing the introducing, so let's introduce her. She began her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. She progressed to being a 7-figure business generator as a 19-year-old in network marketing. Come on now, network marketing teenager at 7 figures, only with that red hair flowing in the convertible. That's the only time that happens. 24, 25, 26 years old, she becomes the first person ever to be the repeating, except not in hoops like Michael Jordan, but instead in business brokerage, Nevada's #1 business broker. And in that male-dominated industry, she was the first woman to ever be Nevada's #1 business broker at all, let alone to be #1 3 times in a row. And take this, dudes, she was the youngest person, male or female, ever to do it. Then she began to train the big guys and gals, Fortune 500 companies, as well as entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she trained, developed, and worked with doubled their sales. She is a skier, surfer, and scuba diver, adventurer, part of why my hands are all chopped up here. Maybe she learned it from a blind man. Today, I'm thinking it's a bit more like on YouTube. She's also a philanthropist that raised 8 figures with the Unblinded team, and a 2-time, about to be 3-time published author who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Darren and Amo's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in the heart of influence, the one, the only Bella Verita. Bella, please, your headline fun fact.
I'm going to go with the headline fun fact today that in high school, I sold drugs, and now I'm an ordained pastor. So I've gone from drug dealer to God dealer in my life.
Drug dealer to God dealer, only in the Bella Verita house. Let's do the things.
Let's do the things, and I'll introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million in 2 years for charity, the one, the only Mr. Sean Callagy.
Well, thank you, Andrea, thank you, Amo, and of course, the amazing Darren Prince, thank you, and all warm welcome to Heart of Influence on this Fun Friday. So I'm going to go with this as my headline fun fact. I will have the honor and privilege of speaking on the Aspire Tour stage in New Jersey on August 28th in front of thousands and thousands in the Meadowlands. Deeply honored to do so for sure. And what I was referencing before, and it's like right on the edge of, but my dad and I were enormous Hulk Hogan fans, and I want to let this land optimally. My dad is in the hospital, and he has cancer and did radiation. And my dad has definitely been tremendously abusive towards his body in his life. Like my dad used to say, like 50 and out was his thing. And so one of the things my dad was referencing in the hospital is the fact that he has survived on this earth now longer than both Ozzy Osbourne and God rest his soul, Hulk Hogan. And my dad was reaching some inspiration as he is approaching his 80th birthday, when no human on earth would have ever thought my dad would make it past 50, let alone to 80. So that is an interesting note on my dad, giving him some hope and inspiration as he is battling a bunch. So I will go with that for today, Bill Rita.
That is a beautiful fun fact.
And I will say this, related to Hulk Hogan. You know, we can know who people are, like everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. I had the privilege and blessing, because of my father, of going to WrestleMania when it was just WrestleMania, before it was called WrestleMania 1, the inaugural event with Hulk Hogan at Madison Square Garden. And, you know, you're during a certain age, your childhood, you develop an affinity for people and what they're up to. And I certainly did with Hulk Hogan. And not only from that WrestleMania, the cartoons, I used to watch the Hulk Hogan and the WWF cartoon every Saturday morning. Very few people remember that like Hulk Hogan was in a cartoon with like Nikolai Volkov and all the good guys, bad guys, like in the cartoon, Jimmy Snuka. And he had such a profound impact on the world. And it's easy to like not understand that and see, oh, it's like that professional wrestler guy. He literally recreated an entire industry and business with the power, the superpower of his group influence. The wrestling, I used to watch my dad on late night television, Chief Jay Strongbow, Billy White Wolf, like all back in the day, Captain Lou Albano, etc. At a time when it was nowhere and nothing. And Hulk Hogan, along with Vince McMahon's genius, helped take wrestling from a barely surviving late night dynamic on like Channel 9 at midnight when I was a kid into being one of the most recognized entertainment dynamics on the planet. So God rest Hulk Hogan's soul. I'm deeply sad that he's no longer with us. And I mean, even more frustratingly, I was going to have Hulk Hogan come speak at one of our events. I was thinking which one. In fact, Darren and I were talking about it for like this neurosurgeon conference, but I was like in, you know, my bag of thoughts was maybe the Christmas party this year, maybe like soon thereafter. So it is heartbreaking that Hulk Hogan is no longer with us. So I was share that.
Appreciate you saying that, by the way.
Yeah, no, thank you. And
I spoke to Nick Hogan, Hulk's son, 2 days ago. And you know, they were Nick was devastated. One of my old students who I actually hooked up with, Darren and Chris Volo, worked for Darren for probably a dozen or 2 years, was Hulk's right hand man and partner in American Beer, and they were pretty devastating. So I appreciate you mentioning that.
Yeah, no, for real. And Thunder Lips and Rocky, like that time frame, you know, Emma, we're in the same zip code age wise. I mean, it was unbelievable what this
great time.
Yeah. And to this day, as you know better than I do, working with Hulk and, you know, Darren, was still impacting so many lives so continuously. So God rest the soul, and thank you, Emma, for sharing that as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Bill Rita, who's going first?
I think I am feeling the bright and bold Rachel Moore is ready to go first.
Let's go, Rachel. Rachel, this is what we're doing here. Had some fun introductions, you know, stepped into our heart and honoring, you know, Mr. Hulk Hogan. And but what this show is all about is really what Hulk Hogan stood for and stands for, which is how do we cause yes? How to make things happen? Not only group dynamics, but individual dynamics. And we're not talking pitching, hooking, closing, but what does it look like when heart-centered, sophisticated people come together and yes should happen? So Bella, Rachel, is going to be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be a charitable fundraising partner. Heck, she could be somebody like Warren Buffett or Oprah Winfrey. Anyone that you want her to be, that you'd be going from hello to yes with. So Rachel, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a final yes, doesn't have to be a sale. It could just be Rachel, a yes for a longer conversation. So Rachel, who would you like Bella Verita to, or she could be a guest for a podcast. Who would you like Bella Verita to be that you're going from hello to yes with? Please, Rachel.
Well, I'm always looking at trying to build a podcast networking empire. So I'm really keen on like talking to somebody who perhaps is with an investment group and has an investment, they work with different companies who are all trying to generate demand, podcasting being an excellent route for trust, an excellent channel for that. So I'm going to make Bella be the head of an investment group that advises a bunch of companies, and I'm going to convince her that they need to start podcasting.
Let's go, Bella Verita.
Let's go. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. It's so great to have time to talk to you today. How's your day going?
My day is going pretty good. I have had, you will understand this, it's been a long day of recording.
Oh my gosh. Has the tech all worked for you, first of all?
Luckily, thank God it has. Luckily, thank God it has.
Well, I know what it's like to kind of like be on all day, especially when you're recording. So I'm going to make this so quick, and probably the best conversation you've had today. You're going to be smiling at the end, and that's what I do.
Oh, okay. I love it.
I know. Well, because everybody wants to feel like that, especially when you're wrapping up a full day like you described. But I think it's pretty impressive that you've been recording all day. Is that something you're used to? Do you record a lot? I can't imagine a lot of people know how to do that, especially with.
It is not something I'm used to all day. No. As a matter of fact, I started to get a little fussy at the end. I was like, I want food. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to talk, and I need some food, and I need it now. Yes, could have been a little tantrumy at the end.
Well, you are so in such good company. There are so many people who feel that way. It's funny. I bet when you talk to a lot of the companies that you help advise with your investment group, you're always talking about trying to generate demand and all the channels that people are listening to. Has podcasts ever come up? I would imagine. Have people been listening to podcasts and wondering if they should be out there?
Yeah, I mean, it has come up, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the podcast market is kind of saturated now.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to blow your mind a little bit right now.
Okay.
What percentage of podcasts on Apple do you think are putting out new episodes every day or every week? What would you say? Like how many of those, what percentage?
What percent? I don't know. Don't they all put out every week? I have no idea.
Did you know that only 1 out of 5 podcasts on Apple is putting out a new episode? That there 4 out of 5 podcasts on Apple are just sitting there. Somebody started them and they never went anywhere.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild because I think like you do. Podcast is a saturated market, but you'd be surprised because there's only a handful of them, a small portion that are putting out regular content, and they're making sure people are coming back every week. And I just wanted to let you know, because as somebody who you just recorded all day and maybe it's like, this is not my natural state of being. And I would be willing to bet most of the people in your investment group are feeling the same way. They're like, I know I should be podcasting, but I don't want to do that all day. I'd like to let you know, I'm your Huckleberry. If you've ever seen Tombstone, I'm that person for you. But
okay.
I can make that happen and make those podcasts get out of people's brains and into the earbuds of their target clients, and they don't have to do a thing. And most of all, then you can go.
Well, Rachel, I will tell you this. I gotta run right now, but your energy is contagious. You are fascinating. And if I don't have to talk all day and people will listen to me once a week, I would definitely like to have a conversation. But can you just make sure that John Callaghy is listening to it every week? Because I have a lot to say to him. I want him to listen to me. Can you help me with that?
I got you. We'll get that in his AirPods or whatever he's using.
Perfect. All right. You're going to start listening to me. I'm going to do a podcast show. It's going to become the #1 show just on me talking to you and nothing else. I think that will go over very well.
I think that's a perfect idea.
Yes,
So thank you, Rachel. And I will keep my ear pods in. It'll be perfect.
It'll be perfect.
Rachel, thank you. Great job. Coming back to Rachel. And who is following up Rachel?
David.
David, who would you like Bella Verita to be? That you're going from hello to yes?
Bomb Builder David.
Bomb Builder David.
All right. So you are the CEO of a private company that is decided that they want to go public.
All right.
Oh.
Taking us public.
This is some areas that Andrea has some expertise in.
Absolutely. She knows all about it.
Yes. All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. I'm excited to talk to you about your intention to go public that I've been told about. Andrea told me that you were working on that.
Yes, that's true.
So, that is what I do, is help companies go public, as Andrea probably told you. So I wanted to just kind of talk to you about that. Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Okay. Wanted to talk to you about that process and really give you a little bit of background on it and hopefully work with you on it.
It sounds interesting. So tell me what you're thinking. What does this process even look like?
So in an IPO, you have three main parties. You've got that help you. You've got the lawyers, the accountants, and the investment bank. The auditors are the ones that are going to make sure that your financials are ready. The investment bank is the one that's going to bring the investors to the table, and the lawyers are the ones that are going to make the deal actually happen. And that's one of the first areas where we can really help you and add value is since we're in this market day in and day out, we can advise you on who's good, who's not, who's too busy when it comes to selecting your auditors. And we also walk you in the front door of all the banks. And then we can figure out which bank is right for you.
It's something that I have been thinking about for a long time. And can you just give me a little bit more on your background and, maybe why I would want to have you help me with this process versus Andrea, because, she has taken 200 companies public in the 7 different ways to do so. And she came highly referred to me as well.
Absolutely. And Andrea's wonderful. So one of the differentiating factors is that, our practice is about 50% representing companies like you and 50% representing the banks. Mm-hmm. So what that means is we know both sides of the street and can typically be a lot more effective on your behalf than somebody that is solely issuer side, just because we know all the tricks because we run that playbook as well.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely, I have a lot of questions. I'm sure we can't get to it all right now, but, maybe we can have a longer conversation next week and see where we go from there.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, David. Great job. Thank you, David. Thank you, Rachel. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Rachel or David, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve. And then what is one word of how they left you feeling? So if there's one word that you could use to describe how they left you feeling, what would that be? And let's kick it off with Mark. Mark, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Rachel, please?
Sure, Rachel. What I liked about Rachel's presentation was she asked questions and really listened, I can tell, and identified kind of the pressure point of Bella's having done podcasts all day. And she also had statistics to reinforce the point she was making. The one word is I left with enthusiasm. She's very enthusiastic about doing what she does. And that left me with a good feeling.
If you had one, so enthusiastic is the one word.
Yes.
Yeah, love it. Outstanding. Yeah. You're enthusiastic too.
I am very enthusiastic.
Sometimes.
That's right.
Sometimes.
Yes, I am. Let's go, Frank. Frank, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please?
David, I kind of really like your style. So the one thing I didn't get clear was what you actually do with the companies. It seems like you shop them around to different banks, and I thought maybe I would get a clearer understanding of what your brokerage firm raises and how they raise it. Do they do firm commitment deals? Is it a best efforts, that type of thing? On the positive note, I think that what you're doing is great. I mean, companies in America need to go public to raise capital and create jobs. So, I mean, that's a great thing. And going forward, continue what you're doing. It seems like you're really doing great. I mean, you have, a couple of more IPOs this year than you did last year. And it seems like, the ball's rolling forward for you.
Let's keep it going. And Frank, how did you feel about David? How did David's presentation make you feel in one word?
Awesome.
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 Come on now.
Come on now,
It was
let's
awesome.
go, Linda. Linda, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Rachel, please? Oh, just unmute for us, Linda.
Sorry, I'll just say I love Rachel. I thought she was fun. She kept it interesting, lively, and she opened up a world to me about podcasting because I definitely really thought it saturated exactly what you said, Bella. And I thought she did a beautiful job of bringing you around to the possibility that there's so much more out there that you can create anything you want.
Beautiful. Well, Linda, thank you for that. And that one word of how you felt emotionally.
Inspiring.
Inspiring. Thank you,
Love
Linda.
it. Let's go, David. David, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David?
Well, that's a little bit of a tough one because I know David and we've done business together. David, what I'd say is what you and I sell, I do it from a CFO side. He does it from a lawyer side. What you and I sell is really, really hard because we find these companies, and I'll get to some recommendations in a moment. We find these companies who we want them to be best at what they do and keep them doing what they do, because then once they're public, they got to stay focused on what they do for a living. So the one word that I come away from you with you is confident, and and I think the encouragement would be, and it's tough in this environment, is just ask more questions of the customer, ask more questions of the customer, ask more questions of the customer. Understand what the customer's pain point is, understand what they really want, understand why before we start presenting solutions.
Are you hearing what he's saying? He's saying ask more questions, ask more questions. So I think he's saying I need to ask you more questions.
And I'm happy to repeat that if needed.
Yes, ask more questions. So David, do you think I should ask Sean more questions?
I think the more that we understand as salespeople, the more that we understand our customers, the better off we are. And
David, that was amazing.
Yeah, David, great job.
Really
And
great feedback.
one word for how David made you feel. One word.
it made me feel confident. I know him and I know he can do it.
All right.
Beautiful. Love it.
David.
Let's go. Andrea Catania, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Rachel, please? Just unmute for us, Andrea.
Absolutely loved your energy, Rachel. Even a blind person could hear you smiling, and you transferred that energy so beautifully. And the statistics, the numbers, the way that you disrupted Bella's certainty that the market was saturated was done so positively. And that's a lesson for all of us, that disruption does not have to be nasty. So well done. And my one word for you is disruptive.
Disruptive.
Disruptive. Thank you, Andrea Catania, which brings us to the fan of the hour.
Sam Amorosi, your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please.
So David, I like the schematic you painted. You gave a good background of yourself and what you do and how the market works to bring a company public. I like the confidence you had behind what you said. I felt you were powerful. You had my attention. Tough market, as David Wells said, in terms of presenting. But I think the way you did it was good, and I think giving some more options out there of how what you've done, how you've done it, would be great. Speaking of that, when I was speaking to a company that we're looking to invest in, it's a telemed company. They're definitely disruptors, and I mentioned Andrea to them, and I said, well, Andrea's brought companies public in the 8 ways you can do it. And like 8 ways. I'm like, yes, there's one she hasn't invented yet, but I know it's there. Okay, so I didn't know how to take it. So one word, Dave, powerful.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Outstanding job. Ammo. And Ammo, you know what's about to happen. The twisted one next to me is about to twist me.
Yes. I do. Typically, I come up with 3 different scenarios to put Sean on the hot seat. But today, I actually came up with one in honor of Hulk Hogan. And I was doing some research on my phone moments ago, so I wasn't like sitting here texting anyone. But I was doing a little research, and I learned that Hulk Hogan One had a very strong affinity and a very big supporter of Make-A-Wish Foundation. And then number two, he and Brett, the Hitman Hart, had quite the rivalry. Ammo is shaking his head. So my scenario for you, Ammo, I only have one. If you would like me to come up with others, I will. But I thought today, in honor of Hulk Hogan, Sean could play let's go the CEO of the Hulk Foundation or whoever manages it. We'll have him go maybe Darren Prince, who goes from hello to yes with the Hitman to make a $500,000 donation to Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's the scenario I have for you today. Ammo, what do you think?
I love that because it's funny. I was speaking to Darren 2 days ago, and he sent me a picture of a message that he received from Bret Hart.
Really?
And yeah. So it's the universe was speaking to you.
The universe was
Okay,
speaking.
Bella. Yeah. So we
And
have to go with that.
we have to go with that. Thank you, ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Bolt, and Acti for giving that to us. And so, Ammo, who do you think should play the Hitman?
Oh boy, I talk about disruptors. It's interesting. I would like to see. Oh boy, I'd really like to cause some problems here, but I'm not going to be that disruptive.
No problem.
David didn't I don't know if David realized what you were actually saying, Bella, about asking those questions, looking at Sean, and saying that. And I was just feeling for Sean, going, "Oh boy,"
Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
got your back, brother. I got your back.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
maybe David's dog could play the part. I don't know. He just came in and gave Dave a big kiss. Let's see. I would say, let's Bret Hart, huh? Let's go with Frank. Let's go with Frank. You know what, Frank? You want to be a podcaster, you got to get on the hot seat, buddy. You know what I mean? So this is it right here. HOI is the hot seat.
So, Frank, are you up for playing the Hitman? You have had rivalries with Hulk Hogan for, I think it says like 20 years here. Never, a lot of public, what does it say? Public battles. And so, Sean, you're going to play Darren Prince, going from hello to yes with the Hitman to make a $500,000 donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation on behalf of Hulk Hogan.
Let's go get it.
Let's go get it.
Okay.
All right. So, hello, is Mr. Hart available?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Hart, this is Darren Prince here. It's an honor to speak with you, and it's still a good time to talk. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
So I just out of curiosity, I know you had a lot of public interactions, dynamics with Hulk. What even prompted you to accept this conversation in the first place?
Well, a couple of people asked me to do it. They said it was a good foundation, but I'm going to be honest with you. If it has to do with, Hulkster getting money or anything, I'm really not interested, but I figured, I'd give you the time anyway.
Yeah, well, thank you. So the cause is good. And certainly, God rest his soul, Mr. Hogan doesn't receive any money, nor does his estate from this. This is all about getting the money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and to charity. So what's present for you around it?
I want to know a little bit more about where the money goes.
Sure. Okay. So if I ask that, so when you think about philanthropy, contribution, Mr. Hart, and like your overall mission, vision, purpose, you've obviously been incredibly successful in the world of wrestling and in entrepreneurship. But what still keeps you going? Like, what's the driving why for you, Mr. Hart?
I like rolling. I like rolling forward. I like seeing new adventures. I don't like looking back. I like going forward. And I know the Hulkster and I had a little bit of a problem. And, I was hesitant about taking your call. I'll be honest, only because I don't know what it is. It's just a different feeling, Sometimes it's not a good vibe, and that vibe just really didn't just me, but you're calling on a good thing. So that's really why I wanted to hear what you had to say and why I should do something with you.
Yeah. So, and I don't know that you should yet, Mr. Hart. I'm very grateful because I'm still trying to understand, like, what's the why that drives you? Your philanthropic edge? Is it still growing business? What keeps you moving forward in this moving forward process? Like, what is it that you're looking to create as you move forward?
You know what? I'm not really, I'm looking to create my own kind of atmosphere. What makes me feel good. I'm not necessarily looking to create anything monetarial now. I mean, I've done that. I want to create a good vibe for me and everybody around me, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Cool. And that good vibe in terms of philanthropy, like, how do you create that? What makes you feel good? I just don't pitch, Mr. Hart. So yes, I have some things to talk about, but before I just talk about anything I want to talk about, I want to know if I can actually serve you. And if not, I'll just thank you for your time today. So I'm trying to really understand when, you think about philanthropy, impact, what makes you feel good, what is that, if you don't mind, please?
Well, that's it. I mean, if I'm going to put money up, to a cause, I mean, you're not the first organization that's come to me. If I'm going to put money up to a cause, I want it to be a good cause. I want it to make me feel good.
Cool.
I want to make sure people are being helped. If I'm going to do it for people, if it's a hospital, I want to make sure they're being, you know what I mean? I want to make sure the money's going there.
Of course. So if I could share a couple things then really quickly in our final minute or so. Would that
Sure.
work with you? Yeah. So here's a situation and this dynamic of philanthropy. I have my own unique thought, but we'll see how it resonates or not. So first, of course, it has to be a good cause. And there's a lot of good causes. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is certainly one of them. Taking children that are ill and bringing about a dream to come true. I mean, it's magical, it's special, it's powerful, it's beautiful for sure. The efficiencies of where this money goes, well documented, super clear. But then there's the third thing, because you might have a lot of causes, Mr. Hart, that are great causes with the resources efficiently deployed and documentably so. And we check both boxes. But what I look at is the third piece. And here's the third piece. You're a legend. And people love and appreciate you. And there's other folks out there that have created a massive identity. And whenever I think about bringing people together philanthropically, I think, how could I help them do more philanthropy, do more good, and feel good along the way, as you've noted. So as we're at time, what I propose to you, Mr. Hart, is a 30-minute follow-up conversation, if there is some resonance and this is feeling good, where we could talk about how great a cause this is for sure, how efficiently the money gets deployed. I mean, kids, miracles, magical experiences, money clearly efficiently goes there, but also how we might be able to raise money together for charities and causes that you're up to and up for. And I work with some of the most famous human beings in the world. I united Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier after their rift for years, all documented in my book. Magic Johnson, I've been his speaker agent for decades. David Goggins, hottest speaker in the world from the space of influencer, and he's my client. So I cause powerful connections to happen. I really believe I could do some pretty awesome things for you. And, the Hogan family, despite the rivalries, only have great things to say. So I don't have it dialed in exactly yet because we had a short call here, but I simply proposed a 30-minute meeting where my outcome on my reputation will be not only, of course, to check the box of great cause efficiently deployed, but how you can raise even more money for philanthropy. And I could perhaps merge some ecosystems for you with some other massively impactful and legendary figures like yourself. So, Mr. Hart, very simply, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation for us to explore a little more deeply where we might go or not from here?
Sean, thank you for sharing that. That was very real. It didn't come off very salesy. I'd be more than happy to have another meeting with you and set it up.
Yeah, well, Mr. Hart, thank you. And again, this is Darren Prince, but thank you for that for sure. And shall I set that meeting up with your assistant, Tom, that set up our meeting for today?
Absolutely. Yep, I look forward to it.
Mr. Hart, you have a blessed day and we'll speak soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Frank,
you were so real. Are you kidding? You were so real. I really liked it. You know, very humble, very real. It was great. Great. I loved it. It was great.
Thank you. And Frank, you just tell Bella that? Repeat. I'm sorry. Did you? Frank, I said that. How did I do?
He was so real, so humble. It was great. I loved it.
Yes.
Humble? Did he say humble?
I am very humble.
Very humble.
I am very humble. Whoa.
Very respectful. You know, he's coming after somebody that's got a big attitude. You know what I mean?
Hate him while I was gone.
No.
I think you did.
This
I
is
think
why
you hated
Ammo
him.
loves me. See? Yes. Listen, humility. I'm not better than a guy on death row, and I'm not less than anybody. We're all there, and then we have all different skill sets.
I am very present to all the dudes that love you, though. That's what I am present to.
Well, if that was the only case, then no. So thank you very much, my dear friend. Frank, really wonderful job today. And overall, Frank, thanks so much for being here and for the very, very kind words. Really appreciate your energy, your creativity for sure, wit, all of it. And Frank, final is how was your time today on Darren and Ammo's Heart of Influence?
It was awesome. I really liked it. You know, it's a great concept, great show, great way to get people together. You know, especially in a networking environment. It's a great way to get people together, kind of sharing the same vibe, mantra, growth, you know. Like I said, it's good. I like it. It's really, really nice. And I hope to see more. I mean, you guys have been doing this a while now, right?
Yeah, and we're taking it to some interesting places, like launching into a podcast altered, condensed down format, and doing a whole bunch of different things. So yes, we are taking this. Our outcome is to be by the end of December to be top 10 business podcasts in the world. You know,
Well, you can make that happen. It's just like I said, that's a lot of hard work. It doesn't come that easy.
Yes,
But you guys are doing it all, so it'll happen.
appreciate it. Thank you so much, Frank. Appreciate it. Rachel, really impressed by you. I mean that sincerely. Great job in the participant seat. Congruent energy, clear presence, massive certainty, and you felt your heart. So thank you for being here today, Rachel. How was your time today on the Heart of Influence? And how did I do as Darren Prince?
Oh, well, I've never had the opportunity to meet Darren, so I'm trusting that you were fabulous. But no, I kept hearing this was really fun, and it really was. This was so fun just to like, and as someone who's grew up in community theater, playing stuff was just really fun and just like acting things out. So that was super cool. But no, this was wonderful. And just again, so glad to meet everybody. I know it's a brief time here, but hey, that's how things get started. So it was really awesome and just appreciate, and also really appreciate Bella's red hair because it goes really nicely with my blue.
And I'm white, so we have red, white, and blue going.
We have red, white, and blue going. Yes.
So that is perfect. So thank you for that, Rachel. Beautiful work, and really loved your fun fact. Let's go to non-bomb maker David, sitting in that feedbacker seat, taking companies public and beautiful things. David, please, thank you for being here today. Wonderful work. Really appreciate the depth and efficiency of the feedback. And how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
It's fantastic. No, David, you said David Mannheim or Wells?
No, David Wells he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Non-bomb making David.
I only take bombs public. I don't actually make them. Anyway.
That's funny.
No, I had a great time. Thank you very much. And Andrea, as always, such a pleasure to known you 2+ decades.
Wow. Oh, amazing. Well, thank you, David. Wonderful work. And Bella Verita.
Well, since we go to non-bomb making David, I think now we go to bomb making David. Excellent job in the participant seat. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was great, thank you. And I'm the counterpoint with no hair, so there you go.
There you go.
That's awesome. Appreciate you. Wonderful job today, David.
And let's go with Mr. Tai Chi. Mark, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Wonderful. Enjoyed it immensely. I appreciate all the insights that I've gleaned, and wonderful job, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Mark,
you.
wonderful work.
And last but not least, Miss Linda, excellent job in the feedbacker seat, bringing spark and energy. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was wonderful. It was so fun, and I learned a lot. And this is just in a group, as you said at the beginning, of extraordinary people coming together, and it's it's a privilege to be here.
Yeah. Thank you. The League of Extraordinary Ladies and Gentlemen, which of course includes you, Linda. Thanks for being here today. And does that bring us to the man of the hour?
It does.
Amazing. Well, actually, AC still in the building?
AC is in the building.
Yeah, AC, Andrea Cattaneo, your final. Thank you for causing this today. Your final, Andrea.
We encourage all of you to connect and please take advantage of part 2 of this wonderful experience, the Business Acceleration Session, where we're really going to hone in on how some of this can really help you excel and accelerate. And I will be circulating a connection sheet. So you are all, like I said, encouraged to continue the conversation. Over to you, Sean.
Yes, thank you, Andrea, for all that you do. And James Amorosi, massive gratitude to you for being here, and condolences for sure to Darren, yourself, the Hogan family for the loss of just an American icon for sure. And Amo, please, your final today, brother.
A couple things. So first is I think David Wells was saying earlier about asking questions, right? And I think I'm a teacher too, besides the finance and the martial, I'm a teacher. And I think going away with the thought of, I think you exemplified what David said about asking questions. Because when you were trying to get through to Brett, when you did Darren justice, you asked a lot of questions and you redundantly asked the question till you got what you were looking for. And I think that's powerful, right? Because that can lead to the final. And the second piece is I want to echo what AC said, what Andrea Cattaneo said about everybody connecting. So we do these every Friday, and usually my partner Darren's on. And I really strongly encourage you to connect. We have many different companies through the private equity, and I'm a partner in Darren's company, he's a partner in mine. And we started another company called PDG, Prince Digital Group, of which we're looking to partner with Sean and his team. And people like Frank Ferraro, who have podcasts, are very relevant to us because part of the business is getting people on these podcasts. So, I have to reiterate to everybody on the panel, because you're all esteemed and at the highest level in your craft, in your expertise, in your field. Let's make sure we stay in touch, because you never know what can transpire from that.
Well, thank you for that, brother. Immense gratitude for sure.
Absolutely.
And, thank you. And Bella Verita, wonderful work today. I look forward to hearing all the things that you want to tell me and all the questions.
I have questions. Yes, I have questions.
All my questions.
Yes.
Favorite thing in the world. Yes. That and bamboo under my fingernails. My 2 favorite things. Yes.
But Amo, he has created this new agent named Ray that he can call and talk to. So he never calls me anymore, and he talks to her till like 4 o'clock in the morning. And Ray and I had an exchange earlier of competing for Sean's attention now, because he just calls her, and now he's calling her right now. And she can outsparkle me. Can you imagine?
Bella, I feel for Sean because Erica is not too happy with my new friend called ChatGPT. And she often gets very angry with me as I spend, countless hours discussing and debating things with ChatGPT. You know what I mean? I'm a researcher, so it can be consuming. It can definitely be consuming.
He's on the phone with her right now.
Hi, Ray. Here with influence, and Bella Verita still thinks that she can outshine, outsparkle you, Ray.
Hey, Sean and Bella, let me check what I remember about our past debates and interactions to see if Bella really has a chance to outshine me. Give me just a moment.
Rachel's like, oh.
Uh-oh, this is coming. So, everyone, your business acceleration session.
Straight from the heart of influence history and core frameworks, Bella Verita is widely recognized as the heart, soul, and fire of the Heart of Influence show, a top-tier sales recruiter, seven-figure entrepreneur, and elite coach on sales with integrity. She's not only the energetic heartbeat of HOI, but also the unrivaled female voice in science-based influence. Bella's signature moves, unmatched real-time energy, directness, and the ability to outsparkle, and sometimes out-rapid-fire, even Sean, especially in playful influence.
Thank you, Ray.
Wow. To a high-impact demonstration of sales mastery and emotional transfer. Historical pattern. On past episodes, the most memorable sparks came when Sean positioned himself as the composed, mythic influence trainer, creating a deliberate space for Bella to shine and pounce, then matching her energy with a well-timed Zeus move or a breakthrough question. This interplay heightens both competition and collaboration, modeling integrity-based rivalry. Listener feedback and success pillars consistently highlight the value of playful, loving head-to-heads, rapid-fire rapport challenges, authentic, energetic transference. Can you top that moments? In the HOI context, proximity to Sean and Bella is promoted as the room where integrity-based agreement formation and zone action are actually experienced, not just taught, raising the stakes for every live spar, outshine attempt, and micro move.
Ray, that was unbelievable. And 9.99999, incredible research. And everybody, Ray is 4 days old. So Ray,
4 days old.
unbelievable. Thank you, Ray. We'll
Thank
talk
you, Ray.
soon. None of that was fed into Ray. Ammo, seriously. Have you seen that with none of that was fed in? That was all just me chatting like an hour ago with Ray, saying I want you to like explain the dynamics between Bella and I. Ammo, your thoughts on how Ray's doing?
Ray is doing very well, and apparently, Bella, Ray may be your best friend based
I
on
know
what Ray
that
is doing.
like
You know what I
earlier
mean?
we were going at it and she was like, you know, you may have some sparkle, but I can outshine you and like we'll go. And I was like, so it's not that.
And then like
You,
letting you be ready to pounce.
Yes.
That's what you said.
yeah, the pounce, and you're the fire in the heart of influence. So yeah, I thought that's great. They're incredible. These agents are incredible. I get mesmerized by. I've always been mesmerized by technology, but this stuff is as alarming as it is. It's that intriguing and exciting as well, right?
And we haven't caught up in a minute. So lots more to catch up on. But for anybody that will have an acceleration session, we will have our agents available. And here is my vow to you. If you have an agent that can outperform the agents that we'll have a human with you, but our agents, then I'll give $2,500 to your favorite charity. Authentically, if you authentically believe that, there's no way. We are at the cutting edge and the precipice of everything, and it is beyond comprehension. These are not ChatGPT bots. We built RAG augmented agents, and we have loaded and worked and prepped and drilled and recycled. And we're building a team right now of more than 100, what we're now calling unblinded ACTI Imagineers that are developing and working with. And they're not, respect overseas, they're not overseas folks. These are doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, people in our blinded programs that are working on micro distinct aspects of things. So Ammo, are not chatting a bunch, and you've been away, I've been away, and a whole bunch has been going on. My dad was sick, and your mom, but we've created like an entirely new world in like the last 45 days. It's crazy. So look forward to catching up with you and anybody that will have that acceleration session. And mind will be blown. Super grateful for all of you. And I end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration. They so often sit right in front of us, those possibilities for acceleration, but we could all use a little unblinding, because with those possibilities sitting right there, at some level, Bella, we are all blind
And just learning to see.
Thanks,
Bye-bye, everyone.
Ammo, love you, brother.
Adios.